Rust armorer Hannah Gutierrez will not be forced to testify at Alec Baldwin's upcoming trial. A judge ruling today after hearing arguments that would have compelled her to testify against the actor. Hannah Gutierrez was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter in a separate trial in March. Baldwin is also charged with involuntary manslaughter and faces a maximum of 18 months in jail if convicted. The actor has insisted he never pulled the trigger and did not know the gun mistakenly contained live ammunition. During a pretrial interview in May, Gutierrez asserted her Fifth Amendment privilege and refused to answer prosecutors' questions about Baldwin's case. To break this down, I want to turn to ABC News legal contributor and trial attorney Brian Buckmire. Brian, as a trial attorney, Hannah Gutierrez was so central to this case. What do you say, what do you understand went into the judge's decision here?
Yeah, so Jay, the prosecutors asked for an emergency motion to make the argument that Hannah Gutierrez should be given what's called a use immunity, basically meaning that anything she says could not be used against her for any other state prosecution, but more importantly for her appeal. And that's what she was pushing back on, that she didn't want to testify because it could negatively affect her appeal. And in that argument, prosecutors said that her testimony was so crucial to the case that she needed that immunity. But their arguments fell short in the eyes of the judge because the judge basically said the testimony that you want from her, you can get from others. This isn't crucial. So I'm not going to give her that immunity, which would have compelled her to testify because she can't plead the Fifth with that immunity. And now she could still testify, but if she wants to, she can plead the Fifth and not be compelled to testify.
Speaking of this case that prosecutors intend to present at trial, we've also learned that they intend to present evidence at this trial that they say shows Alec Baldwin being reckless, is the allegation, and engaging in horseplay on the set. How could that potentially play out here in this kind of a case?
Yeah, think about it in the concept of this is a manslaughter case or a negligent manslaughter case. And so when you talk about recklessness, it's about knowing and understanding the dangers that exist, but ignoring them anyways, especially when there are, in a case like this, industry standards that you should not be handling a gun this way. And then negligence is a similar standard as well, as kind of knowing and still being, you don't use negligent, but knowing the dangers, but still not focusing on them to some extent. And so not just focusing on the handling the gun at the point in which Helena Hutchins died, but also in the circumstance of the entire movie, Alec Baldwin's recklessness can be used against him.
Brian Buckmire breaking down everything ahead of that trial. Brian, thank you for your time on this Friday night.